The K-Squad knows I love a fresh start, and especially a fresh quarter. So as we start spring, the months of April, May, and June, let's get excited. Thank you for clicking on this video for your weekly dose of frugal inspiration. If you want to live below your means this season and do a little spring reset, let's get right into it. This spring, discard or replace anything that is broken. I'm going to give you a few examples. This is my go-to knife. It has been my knife since I moved back to Maine in 2014. It's essentially the only knife I use all the time, cutting my vegetables, cutting my fruit, cutting the sandwiches in half. Like, this is the knife. You know you have a knife. You know you have a go-to. It's the one. It's the perfect one. Well, I hate to say it, but after 9 years, I was cutting and it popped right on out. And I was like, I'm not giving up on you, my orange friend. And I shoved it back in. But I'm just going to be honest. There's some times where I'm cutting away and that thing gets out of hand. And I thought, Kate, it's time. So I researched a bunch of knives because you need a good cutting knife. You need the thing. You need to cut the vegetables. I've been making salads lately, you guys. I've been trying to eat a little healthier. And I need to cut up the food properly and not be worried that I'm going to slice my finger as that thing breaks in half. So I searched high and low on Amazon. I was trying to find like the exact same thing. And I found these. And they actually come in a pack of 4, and it's as perfect as it's gonna get after my orange friend, okay? I'm gonna leave a link down below if you are looking for the perfect knife for your cutting needs. There's 4 in this pack. When I just looked on Amazon, there is a $5 coupon at the time I'm filming this. I don't know if it'll still be there when you click on it, but if so, use the coupon and you get $5 off. You know we love a sale. If you have broken things in your house that you're not using or you're afraid to use because they're not safe, get rid of it. Find what's gonna work, especially if it's something as important as a knife. Next, have you ever been to somebody's house and you say something like, may I use your restroom? And they say something like, yes. Oh, but don't use the downstairs bathroom. If you flush that toilet, it'll flood the house. And you're like, oh, okay. I won't use that one, but you're thinking in the back of your head, if it's gonna flood the house, why haven't they fixed it? Maybe it's a financial thing. Maybe they just haven't gotten around to it, but you just kind of like, okay, but you do it because you know you have that thing in your house, or you've been to someone's house and they're like, hey, get comfortable, have a seat. Oh, but don't use that chair over there. 2 of the 4 legs are broken. Don't sit there, you'll fall right down. And you're thinking, okay, I won't sit there, but why do they keep that chair there? If I sit on it, I'm gonna break something. Is it because they can't afford to replace it yet? Is it because they have some kind of sentimental value? Why do we keep these things in our house? And you know you've done it. So here's mine. Here's the thing. Kaden had a friend over the other day and he's like, let's wash our hands before we have our snack. And I'm like, good boy. But I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. But use the sink in the bathroom, not the one in the kitchen. And he's like, why? And I'm like, and the worst part is, this faucet has been like this essentially since I moved in. It fell off like almost immediately, and I haven't done anything about it. And I'll give you a list of excuses why I haven't done it, but the point is I haven't done it. And spring is the perfect time to clean it up. Take care of the things. Take those things off of your plate and have everything functioning in a safe way, in a logical way. You get what I'm saying. And lastly, I've shared with you guys that have been watching me, my deck needs to be replaced. A foot went right through it this summer. The wood is rotting out. It is no good. All right, so in summary, handle your business, right? I got stuff to do. I got a list. Next, if you want to live below your means this spring, Go through your clothes before buying any more. Spring is my most tempting season clothing-wise, besides fall when I want all my hoodies. Spring is such a refreshing season and I want to buy all the things. I'm just going to be so honest. I want to buy all the spring clothes. It's very tempting to me. It feels light after this heavy snow and cold. You just want that springy feeling. Here are 3 hacks I have regarding your clothing. Number 1, store your clothes that aren't in season in your suitcases. Huh? Does anybody else do this? I know probably most people purchase containers to put their clothing in. And you guys might think this is a terrible idea, but I have this big old pink suitcase that I haven't used besides when I went on my Disney trip. If you didn't see my Disney trip video, I'll leave a link up here and I'll put it in the description down below. But that's the last time I used it. I so rarely use a suitcase and the suitcase takes up a lot of space. So what I do is the clothes that are not in season, like right now in that suitcase, I have all my spring and summer things I'm not gonna lay eyes on until this coming season. And they are out of the way. It makes my wardrobe thinner in the winter because I already have all those thick sweaters and sweatshirts and all the things. So if you take the spring clothing or summer stuff, you put it in the suitcase. I have a closet downstairs that the suitcase goes in. Why not fill it with something that is useful for me and will benefit me in the long run? This way, when I open my closet, it doesn't attack me because I don't have those clothes that would stuff it really tight and I don't have to like pull and pull to get to the stuff. Dude, I know I'm totally going over exaggerating here, but store your off-season clothes in your suitcase so you don't have to buy containers and you don't have to store more containers. Boom. Number 2 is my secret sock hack. End the hunt for the other sock. We're always looking for the other sock. And who knows where it goes? Does the machine eat it? Going forward, get the same sock over and over again. Find a sock that you love. Say they are plain white socks and just get as many white socks as you need. Or you love black socks. Just get a bunch of black socks. So if you are missing a sock, there's a buddy somewhere and it's all the same. Some of you will hate that idea because you like the funky printed socks. But if you're trying to simplify your life, unify your socks. Number 3, instead of buying new clothes, try to restyle them. Can you add a necklace that you have that might be like a statement piece with a tank top? Or remove the necklace, add a cardigan, change your hair, change your earrings. Can you make it look different using the same pieces before you go out and buy more? Use what you have, but change up the way you wear it and make it a fresh new look. I'm trying to come at this topic from a little bit of a different angle this week because you guys know I'm all about living below your means and I've done endless videos on it. So please, if you love this topic, I'll leave my playlist at the end for you to click on, and especially my Live Below Your Means video from last spring, because that one will be very helpful. I'm not trying to repeat that content exactly, so I'm going at it from a different angle in this video, but check that one out because you'll enjoy it. All right, another important thing to do if you're trying to live below your means this spring, write down all your big dogs for second quarter and then plan for them. For example, for me, one of the things that I plan for is Easter. I celebrate Easter. I don't know if you've caught this from me, but I actually grew up going to Catholic school, and my mom was a Catholic school teacher literally most of my life. I like to set some money aside to contribute to the Easter dinner. I like to get Kaden a little something for Easter and my parents. That's not a huge expense, but it's something that I do have to budget for. The big expense that I have to pay for in April is my son's theater camp for summer. So I have to pay for that in April. So that I have to make sure I am on top of and have that in the budget. For May, I like to plan something for my mother for Mother's Day. There is a Memorial Day weekend and we might go out to eat or get some ice cream or do something there. So I like to budget a little there. And then for me, May is supposed to be the month that I get the deck replaced. So that is going to be a huge expense that I have been working toward already previously. It's thousands of dollars and I've been working on that all leading up the last few quarters so that this quarter I'm ready for it. Then come June, of course, I like to celebrate my father and do something special for him. Also in June, that is when school lets out and that is when summer is going to begin. So the end of June, there might be some activities we do as the summer kickstarts into my biggest spending quarter, which is quarter 3, but we won't worry about that quite yet. Let's just stay on quarter 2. If you are as ready for spring as I am, type in the comments, spring, so I know you are just as pumped as I am. When we look ahead to a fresh quarter and we look at the things that are gonna cost the most, maybe some budget changes that we are going to make, it is gonna help us be prepared for this upcoming quarter and nothing will come at us that we can't handle. On March 29th, I'm going to be doing a live here on the channel at 6:30 p.m. as part of my budget series to help us all get prepared for April. So if you want to go over specifics of your budget to get prepared for April, it's just going to be 30 minutes. Join us at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 30 minutes for a budget reset for April. I am a unique monthly budgeter, meaning I treat each month as its own entity and I prepare for it individually based on what is happening that month. I am not a set it and forget it for the year kind of gal. I get my hands dirty every single month before it begins and I put what is appropriate for that month into my budget so that I am always maximizing the use of my budget and the money coming in and where it can best serve me and my family. If you love watching videos talking about budgeting, saving money, and frugal living, hit subscribe so you never miss a video. We come here each week to talk about that very thing. And if you are looking for more inspiration, I'm gonna leave something right here for you to click on next. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye, KSQUAD.